2 years ago, Mutu left our home in Oman to be with his family back in India. He wanted to get his daughter married and also construct a house for his family. Even though I did not want him to leave, we as a family accepted his request. After all, Mutu had stayed away from his family for such a long time. I could imagine how much his family would have missed him. I took his right hand and threaded a gold ring onto his ring finger and hugged him dearly, tears rolling down my cheeks, and wished him the best this life had to offer, for he had a heart of gold. My entire family felt a sense of gloom when Mutu left. Since then we have not heard from Mutu. When someone knocked our door, a Shiva would scamper to open it with the hope that it would be Mutu. My son would often narrate about the pranks he would carry out on Mutu. My daughter would pick up the granite animal toys from the showcase and keep staring at them with a heavy heart. I would listen to all those Tamil melody songs with my Walkman, and my eyes would turn moist instantly, reminiscing about all those wonderful times I spent with Mutu. When I saw my car covered in dust, I would call for Mutu, only to realize he wasn't around anymore. Days felt like years. My son-in-law was planning on taking my daughter with him on a vacation. He asked for my suggestion. Suddenly, a spark reignited in me. I exclaimed, "India!" My entire family would fly to India. We would land in Delhi and take a cab to Agra to see the world wonder, the eternal love symbol, the Taj Mahal. We would take an Airbus and visit Kashmir to experience the magnificent snow-clad Himalayas, to eat the apples and plums growing there, go on a boat ride in the serene and freezingly cold Dal Lake. We then would board a train and travel to the northeast of India, ride the elephants in Kaziranga National Park to see the iconic one-horned rhinoceros and the breathtaking Brahmaputra River joining the Ganges and forming the mangrove forest of Sundarbans, and hopefully a Royal Bengal tiger in the wild. We would then visit the Ajanta and Ellora caves in central India and marvel at the artistry and craftsmanship on display before reaching the western part of India. We would stay and roam about the streets of Mumbai and experience the rich and traditional Indian food varieties and the roadside mobile cart delicacies, take a detour and visit Gir National Park in the state of Gujarat, to ogle at the breathtaking beauty of a pride of Asiatic lions in their natural habitat, their last remaining home, before heading south to visit the beautiful and picturesque tea plantations in Munnar, the backwaters and boat house in Alappuzha, and finally reaching Tamil Nadu and visiting Mutu and his family. The planning was done. Tickets were booked for my entire family. I felt fully charged with renewed vigor. I wanted to surprise Mutu by visiting his newly constructed home with my entire family. I wanted to see the expression on my dear friend's face upon seeing me and my family. We packed our bags with specially prepared Omani halwa and other exquisite delicacies, along with several tins of freshly blended coffee powder, which Mutu would have every day in our home. We took the flight from Muscat with great expectations and anticipation. We traveled the length and breadth of the most diverse and culturally enthralling country in the world, before ultimately reaching Mutu's village in Tamil Nadu. We were greeted by fertile paddy fields on both sides of a narrow road. The air carried the fragrance of jasmine flowers. The bullock carts carried both men and materials. A herd of native Indian cattle passed by our side, brushing their tails against our white robes, as if they were checking us out. We asked for directions to locate Mutu's home from the people in the village. Many were unaware of any newly built house in the village. I was surprised. Finally, a village elder took us to a large banyan tree and asked us to wait there. After a few minutes, a young man approached us and introduced himself as Kanan, son of Mutu. my Mutu's son. Feeling a deep sense of responsibility and affection for Mutu and his family, I inquired Kanan about his father and our wish of meeting and spending time with Mutu and his family. But Kanan's response completely crushed my heart. Mutu and his family did not have a home. Mutu invested all his savings into building this house, but halfway through the construction, Mutu's daughter met with an accident and needed advanced medical care in an ICU. Mutu diverted the remaining funds for his daughter's medical expense. After a long course of 3 months in ICU, the doctors managed to salvage her life, but it came at a huge cost. Mutu borrowed money from bank and moneylenders in and around the village. The meager income was not sufficient to repay the loans. So, to repay the debt, Mutu gave away his land with the partially constructed home. Mutu and his family had no home, no land, exhausted all savings, and were living in a small hut with thatched roof near the riverbed. We stood there shell-shocked. A man who worked tirelessly with utmost dedication and commitment, approaching every challenge with great determination and honesty, who greeted everyone with a smile and cared for everyone around him with compassion, who never had any big expectations in life, has seen his life crumble and ruined by unfortunate circumstances. My Mutu does not deserve this. All he wanted was a home for his family. The very man who helped me realize my dream is standing in the middle of nowhere, with his dreams crushed and life ruined. I just could not come to terms with what all had transpired in Mutu's life. I thought building a home for myself was my life's mission. But no, I was wrong. Rebuilding Mutu's life and his family's welfare is my family's mission. My entire family stood by my resolve and started looking at ways to help out Mutu. I called my brothers back home in Oman and informed them about Mutu's plight and asked them to arrange for the finances. My son and son-in-law went around the village and nearby town to look for houses put out for sale. My wife and daughter gave away their jewelry for cash. Within a week, we bought a newly constructed villa in the neighboring town and registered the property in Mutu's name. We finally reached the place where Mutu was staying with his family. Upon seeing me and my family, Mutu broke down in tears. I hugged Mutu, my cherished friend, and handed over the house key to him. Mutu was taken aback with our gesture. Overwhelmed with emotions, he refused to accept the house, saying he did not deserve such generosity. My wife, Ashiba, interjected gently and said Mutu was there for us when we needed him, and now it was our turn to support him. It was about having the opportunity to give back to someone who had once been so loyal to us. Mutu's heart swelled with gratitude as he watched his dream home come to life. The villagers were amazed by the kindness of our family, and they joined in to help, inspired by the spirit of unity and generosity. On the last day of our visit, we organized a small celebration to inaugurate Mutu's new home. We invited the entire village, sharing traditional Omani dishes and Tamil delicacies. Laughter and joy filled the air as everyone came together to celebrate the triumph of kindness over adversity. Mutu's mother wished us well. She held my hand and said I possessed a heart of gold. As the sun set, casting a golden hue over the village, Mutu stood with me looking at his home and said, "You have given me more than just a home. You have restored my hope and my dignity." I smiled, placing a hand on Mutu's shoulder. "We are family, Mutu. We will always be here for one another." With hearts full of gratitude, me and my family bid farewell to Mutu and the village, knowing that our bond had grown stronger through this journey of kindness. We returned to Oman with cherished memories and a renewed sense of purpose.